Dbvisit Standby architecture. The key to understanding Dbvisit Standby architecture is by getting to know its components. These components work together to enable disaster recovery. Dbvisit Standby is made up of 4 major components: Dbv Server, which hosts the web-based user interface; Dbv Agent, also known as the Dbvisit Agent; the command line interface, also known as the Dbvisit Standby Core; Dbv Net, which provides Dbvisit Standby network communication. With Dbvisit Standby version 8, we now have the ability to manage multiple Oracle database disaster recovery sites. For example, here are the primary and standby databases for a Unix-based configuration. And here are the primary and standby databases for a Windows-based configuration. The Dbv Server is a secure, web-based user interface for Dbvisit Standby. From here, multiple users are able to manage various different configurations. Dbv Server provides a streamlined graphical overview of the setup, running, and reporting of your disaster recovery sites. It is recommended that Dbv Server, which has a small footprint, be installed on its own server. Using a small virtual machine should be sufficient, in effect having a central console to manage multiple configurations. Now let's look at the primary and standby environments. On each database server, you must install 3 components: the Dbvisit Agent, Dbv Net for networking, and the Dbvisit Standby Core, also known as the command line interface. The Dbvisit Agent is used to manage the communication between the web-based user interface and the Dbvisit Standby Core. Communication between the Dbvisit Agent and Dbv Server is encrypted. The Standby Core, or command line interface, is the heart of Dbvisit Standby. This is where all commands are run to enable Dbvisit Standby to function. A user can bypass the Dbv Server web-based interface and directly access the CLI if preferred. The Standby Core allows users to create a standby database, extracting and sending of archive logs to the standby, recover a standby database using shipped archive logs, perform graceful switchovers, also known as role reversal, synchronize or sync a standby database, and in case of disaster, activate the standby database. The command line also provides a wide variety of API options. The 4th component of Dbvisit Standby is Dbv Net. This is responsible for the secure communication between the primary and standby systems. It essentially provides an encrypted transport layer to copy files and execute remote commands between the primary and standby database servers. Together, these 4 components make up Dbvisit Standby version 8. Unlock your data for competitive advantage with Dbvisit.